Have you ever pushed your dog away from the bed because you felt they were being too annoying, or simply because you wanted to get a full night of sleep? Stop right there, because at the very moment you are pushing them away, you might have unintentionally dismissed a life-saving effort without even knowing it. We often believe that sleeping with a dog is just a habit of pampering, but science has just revealed a startling truth. During those long nights, your heartbeat and breathing, and those of your dog, are merging into a strange biological loop. It is the intersection of the hormone of love and the instinct of the wolf. However, the most haunting moment does not lie in that warmth. It is when your dog suddenly presses their weight onto you in the middle of the night, an action that 90% of owners misunderstand as a mere nuisance. Do not take your eyes off the screen, because the end of this video will reveal a red alert that your dog is trying to send to your body. If you have ever ignored it, this video might be exactly what helps you recognize what your four-legged friend has been trying to scream in silence for so long. We are not just sleeping with a pet, we are sharing a ritual of survival. Let us begin the journey of decoding right now. 1. The ritual of choosing a position, when the bed becomes a fortress. Every night, a familiar script repeats. Your dog climbs onto the bed, spins a few times, and chooses a specific, fixed spot. Sometimes it is right by your feet. Other times it is right next to your side. You hear a sigh of relief from them before the room falls into silence. Have you ever wondered, with so much empty space available, why they choose that exact spot? To understand this, we must turn back the pages of fossil diaries from tens of thousands of years ago. In the ancient memories of wolves, their ancestors, choosing a place to sleep was never a coincidence. In the heart of the wild, darkness meant danger. A pack of wolves would huddle close together, forming a closed circle. This behavior was not just to stay warm, but to create an early warning network. When your dog presses against your body, they are activating their strongest survival instinct, turning your bedroom into a fortress. Biologically speaking, this skin-to-skin contact releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone that makes both of you feel safe. But its human significance goes even deeper than that. When your dog chooses to lie there, they are declaring to the world that, "This is my pack, and I will be the sentry for their sleep." It is not merely a habit, it is a vow of loyalty performed every day in silence. Every light touch of their fur against your leg is a reminder, you are not alone in this darkness. 2. Heartbeat synchronization, a symphony of healing. As darkness covers everything, and all the noise from outside fades away, a miracle begins to happen under the thin blanket. If you listen very closely, you will find your own breathing gradually slowing down, and, strangely enough, it begins to rhythmically follow the breath of the dog lying beside you. This is not a coincidence of hearing, but a scientific phenomenon known as emotional co-regulation. Modern physiological studies have shown that when humans and dogs sleep together, the autonomic nervous systems of both begin to merge. Your heart rate will automatically adjust to match the calm heartbeat of your four-legged companion. When you are stressed after a long day, cortisol, the stress hormone, rises in your blood. But the steady, rhythmic presence of your dog acts as an emotional filter. They absorb your anxiety and return it with biological stillness. Imagine your dog's heart is like a powerful pendulum clock, pulling your erratic heartbeat back into a state of balance. This is precisely why people who sleep with dogs often have deeper sleep and a greater sense of peace upon waking up. Your dog is not just sleeping with you, they are using their very life to calm the emotional storms you carry into sleep. It is a healing therapy without words, a silent devotion that only those who truly love can feel through every thumping beat in the night. 3. The scent thief syndrome. the safety blanket. Have you ever come home to find your dog curled up on a pile of unwashed laundry? Or burying their head deep into your pillow, even though they have a very luxurious bed of their own? Sometimes we feel annoyed because dog hair is all over our things. But behind that behavior is a love so intense it is heartbreaking. For a dog, scent is not just information. Scent is presence. A dog's sense of smell is 40,000 times more sensitive than ours. In their world, your scent is the smell of safety. When you sleep, your scent is strongest from your breath and skin. Your dog wants to lie close to you, essentially to be wrapped in the atmosphere called you. Scientists at Emory University discovered that when they smell their owner, the reward center in a dog's brain lights up more brightly than any other trigger, including food. When they huddle against you in the night, they are not just looking for warmth. They are seeking reassurance. For a dog, the greatest fear is separation. Sleeping with you helps them reduce their cortisol levels, dissolving the anxiety of being abandoned. That is why they seem addicted to you. The meaning here is simple yet profound. Because your breath is a sedative, and your scent is home. Do not be angry when they take over the pillow, because that is how they embrace your soul while you are in a faraway place in your dreams. 4. REM sleep, the metal of trust. In the middle of the night, you might see your dog's legs twitch, or they might make small, muffled barks as if they are chasing something in a dream. That is when they fall into REM sleep, which is deep sleep. It might sound normal, but in the natural world, falling into a deep sleep is an extremely risky move. It is a state of being completely off guard, where an animal can become easy prey in an instant. In the wild, their ancestors, the wolves, rarely allowed themselves to sleep deeply unless they were in the middle of a pack they trusted implicitly. When your dog dares to lie on their back or sleeps so soundly that they twitch right next to you, that is the medal of honor they are awarding to you. They are telling their own survival instinct that, I do not need to keep watch anymore because the person lying here will protect me. This is an absolute trust that goes beyond all common logic. Your dog has entrusted their life to you. In that moment of deep sleep, all barriers between the two species are blurred. You are no longer the master. They are no longer the servant. Two souls lean on each other, forming a circle of trust that no outside force can break. Your acceptance of them sleeping with you is the fulfillment of that promise of protection, nurturing a spiritual bond that only soulmates can have. 5. The blind spot protector, a vow to keep watch. A very common behavior that is often misunderstood is when your dog lies with their back toward you. Sometimes you might feel a bit hurt, thinking they are being cold or do not want to face you. But in reality, this is one of the noblest gestures of loyalty. In a dog's survival strategy, lying with their back turned is the way to protect the blind spot for their partner. When a dog lies facing the door or the open space of the room, they are playing the role of a sentry. They use their ribs and back to press firmly against you to maintain a connection, while their ears and nose are always pointed toward potential threats. If there is any strange noise or a small change in the air, they will be the first to know and will alert you through body vibrations transmitted directly to you. This is an instinctive division of labor. I keep the peace for you, and you give me warmth. Every night, your dog performs an unpaid shift without full rest to ensure that you can have the most beautiful dreams. This dedication stems from an unconditional love, a silent protection that we sometimes view as a nuisance because they take up too much space on the bed. But remember, Every time you feel your back warmed by their presence, it is because a loyal bodyguard is vowing to protect your sleep with their very life. 6. The living shield, when love becomes a life-saving instinct. Now, let us return to the dark and shocking secret I promised you at the beginning of the video. Have you ever, in the middle of the night, been fast asleep and suddenly woken up by a weight pressing on your chest? Your dog crawls up, leaning their entire body weight on you, or huddles close to your face so intensely it makes it hard to breathe? What is the first reaction for 90% of us? It is irritation. We push them away, give a light scold, and tell them to go back to the corner of the bed because everything was fine, so why are you being so disruptive? But please, the next time that happens, stop for a moment and listen to your body. Because that could be the moment your dog is trying to save your life. Science has proven an incredible truth. Dogs possess a biological scanner that far surpasses even the most modern technology. They can smell cellular changes, feel a drastic drop in blood sugar, or recognize a heart attack or a massive emotional shift, like a panic attack, that is silently approaching even while you are still deep in sleep and have no idea you are in danger. When they climb on you, it is not a request for attention. In the language of canines, it is called deep pressure therapy. They are using their own body as a living shield, trying to use their weight and temperature to regulate your erratic heart rate, to keep your breathing from being interrupted. They are trying to ground you in reality, preventing a medical disaster before it can break out. In that moment, your dog is no longer a pet. They are a guardian angel, screaming in silence, fighting with death to protect the person they consider their entire world. Never push them away in anger, because the heavy shadow you feel on your chest is actually the weight of an unconditional love, a love ready to use its own body to shield you from invisible dangers. There is a tragic truth that many dogs have exhausted themselves beside their owners just to wake them up in time. Cherish that nuisance, because it is a silent red alert that only the most loyal hearts can issue. In the end, sleeping with your dog is not simply a search for physical warmth. It is a choice of the soul. Dogs cannot speak our language, but every long sigh near your ear, every light touch in the dark, is how they write their vow in the language of total devotion. You are my entire world. If these truths make you cherish the little friend beside you more, please hit the like button for this video. That is not just a button. It is a way for you to send a silent thank you to your dog. And if you know someone who also shares their bed with a pet day and night, share this video with them right now. Help them realize how wonderful the bodyguard lying next to them truly is. I want us to build a memorial of love together right in the comments section. Please leave the name of your dog and their weirdest sleeping habit. I will read every single story because they are proof of the purest love in the world. And finally, do not forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This is the home for true animal lovers, where we decode silent miracles together and tighten the bond with the most loyal souls. Thank you for staying with me until these very moments. I wish you and your four-legged friend peaceful sleeps filled with love.